Hello and welcome, new viewers. Don't forget to ask me any questions. We're just looking at the elections today. Obviously, this is super important because we have to see who is gonna win, either or, to see if it's gonna affect the stock market. Obviously, if we look at Michigan's one of the important ones that we gotta see. They do have 16 electoral votes, currently at 99%. So that's pretty important to see, obviously. Don't forget to see if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns. Just don't forget to ask me. I am here. I will try to answer all your questions as much as I can. The current numbers right now, obviously, Joe Biden going for around 248. Donald Trump currently going 214. We do see Michigan still having counts happening. They are reporting 99%, so any moment now they might see um, a decision. Um, Joe Biden currently only winning for about 60,000 votes, which honestly it's nothing. It's a zero pretty much. So definitely something important to see. If we look at the stock market right now, Dow Jones is up 1.36%, Nasdaq up 3.78%, and the S&P 500 is currently up 2.14%. As of this morning, they kind of jumped up in a way, so that's pretty interesting to see. They are pretty high. So, say for example, like the Nasdaq opened at 11,038, which is a little lower than yesterday, but it's currently up 11.5, which is more than 500 points. Pretty good, not gonna lie. There's a lot of tech companies that have been going to the upside currently, so that is pretty interesting to see. So it's kind of hectic, you know. There's a lot of things going on. If you guys have any questions, just let me know in the comment section below. What you guys think. I'm only gonna be doing this live stream for about an hour, and then I'm gonna call it quits, and then I'm gonna make a video for you guys later on today. But yeah, I know the Tesla stock right now. It was up in the morning. It went up for $431. It did close at 423, which is, it was up $8 at opening spot, and then it dropped 2.57%, uh, which is pretty interesting. And then overall, during the whole entire day, they've been kind of trending sideways, currently up 0.05%. Not too good, obviously, on my time. It's 1:58 p.m. I'm in Arizona. So it's about an hour after market close. So that's pretty interesting how uh, Tesla is doing. I know that um, Apple it's up pretty well, $4.42, which is around 4%. They opened up at around $114.09. So they've been kind of trading sideways in a way. Um, they're still only up 0.67%. So not too bad. They did drop a little bit, $212, and then they obviously went back up. They did close at $110 yesterday, so it's pretty awesome to see how well they've been doing today, even though everyone is pretty hectic um, on the election. If you guys have any questions about the stock market currently going on right now, don't forget to comment and or ask me anything. Honestly, the S&P 500. I mean, the heat map still looks pretty good. Amazon up 0.604% to the upside, which is pretty amazing. Honestly, a lot of the stock or tech stocks have gone up. Some of the financials have been on the negative side. JP Morgan down 2.8%. Bank of America down 3.81%. So a lot of financial advisors, which I am not a financial advisor, were saying that the stock market wouldn't really get that much affected unless we have a clear understanding of who's not gonna win. So if the stock market kind of sees an understanding, it's like, okay, you know what, Joe Biden's gonna win Nevada, and Joe Biden's gonna win Michigan, therefore he's gonna reach the 270 points. Then the stock market won't get too affected. But um, but if we don't know exactly the actions of Donald Trump in the next hour or two, then the stock market could just crash. The futures could, kind of give us a better understanding. So, I mean, the stock market kind of, it closed sharply a little bit higher than what we anticipated. It has been so far. It has been a clean election. Not much from either party. I know Donald Trump did have a press conference, or not really a press conference, but they kind of had like a little meeting yesterday, like at 2 in the morning, saying that he felt like he won the election. But honestly, he was winning Wisconsin yesterday, and he was also winning Michigan yesterday, and then Wisconsin flipped. Michigan seems like it's gonna flip as well. Joe Biden currently looking at 60,000 votes to his favor, but we won't know yet. Biden did flip Arizona, which was huge for them. Trump did get Florida, which was huge for him as well as Texas. Stock market still looking pretty green, not gonna lie. Just gonna refresh this real quick. Yeah, it seems, like the stock market kind of kind of shows a very positive side. Facebook obviously very up to the green side because of, everyone's probably on Facebook trying to look at who's been winning. If you have any questions, just let me know, guys. Is there a specific stock that you guys are looking at? Is there a specific thing that you guys are looking forward to? Drop me a comment. So far, Donald Trump is losing by around 34 electoral college votes. So Georgia is probably going to go to him, and North Carolina is probably going to go to him too. Um, Biden hasn't really gotten any closer to Trump, so he's probably going to get 31 votes, electoral college votes on this one right here, which means he would be at 235, right? No, 245, sorry. 245. If he gets Pennsylvania, Donald Trump will be at 265. And then if he gets Alaska, he'll be at 268. Don't forget, 270 is what people need in order to win, or one of these two guys to win. If Joe Biden gets Nevada, that's 6. He'll be at 254. And then if he gets Michigan, they'll be at 270. So he'll be at 270 compared to 268. This is such a close freaking election. It's ridiculous. Stock market, as of right now, hasn't been affected too much. Very green overall. I like it very much. We just refresh real quick. Yeah, everything still seems to be pretty high up there. Nothing too crazy. Do you guys have any stocks that you guys are looking forward to, or stocks that you guys like? Let me know in the comment section below. Ask me any question you want. Yeah, it's pretty wild. So I don't know if you guys heard, but yesterday people were saying that in the elections of 2020, Wall Street was looking to maybe predict a blue wave. Um, so that's pretty interesting that we won't see a blue wave pretty much. Um, so a blue wave, just pretty much a description of the U.S. The U.S. Democratic Party would have a huge success in many of these red states. Um, blue wave, blue tide kind of thing. So they did have a surprise on Arizona that it did flip from red to blue. That's what they mean with a lot of blue waves. Say, for example, if Florida flipped to blue, if Ohio flipped to blue, if Texas flipped to blue, Utah, Idaho, stuff like that. If they flipped, and it was just a landslide win for Biden, then that would be a blue wave, which the stock market didn't seem too happy about. They said that it might affect the stock market a little bit if it was just a landslide. Um, I don't think that the stock market would have a huge, be hurt. Just like Donald Trump was predicting that the stock market was gonna crash. I don't think so. As I said in the video yesterday, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but they um they what's it called? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. They were predicting that either a Democratic Party or Republican Party, either way, the stock market would be green. Anyone new who comes into office or stuff like that, they tend to get a little hiccup, but right away they just come back up stronger than ever. So don't hesitate, on looking for those stocks that you haven't gotten into yet, because you can definitely get more of those stocks, especially looking into highly on Tesla, those little SPACs, I guess, that you could say that you could get huge money. Or if you want to go into Apple and all that stuff, just like we saw in the heat map, Apple up 4.17%, Amazon up 6.21%. If we look at the Tesla stock, they're at 420, which is still down around 0.05%. Not a big deal, but you can still get into Tesla. I know in the 5-month chart it's still pretty green for about 2.72%. And the 1-month chart, it's down 1%. And in 6 months, obviously you can't even fight it. They're up more than 174% still up to this moment. So it's not bad. Definitely something to look into as well. So let's go ahead and see if they have the house. No, they haven't counted it yet.
I'm very proud of our campaign. Only 3 presidential campaigns in the past have defeated an incumbent president. When it's finished, God willing, we'll be the 4th. This is a major achievement. This is a major achievement. And it's been a long and difficult campaign, but it's been a more difficult time for our country, a hard time. We've had hard campaigns before. We've faced hard times before. So once this election is finalized and behind us, it'll be time for us to do what we've always done as Americans, to put the harsh rhetoric of the campaign behind us, to lower the temperature, to see each other again, to listen to one another, to hear each other again, and respect and care for one another. to unite, to heal, to come together as a nation. I know this won't be easy. I'm not naive. Neither of us are. I know how deep and hard the opposing views are in our country on so many things. But I also know this as well. To make progress, we have to stop treating our opponents as enemies. We are not enemies. What brings us together as Americans is so much stronger than anything that can tear us apart. So let me be clear. We are campaigning as Democrats, but I will govern as an American president. The presidency itself is not a partisan institution. It's the one office in this nation that represents everyone. And it demands a duty of care for all Americans. And that is precisely what I will do. I will work as hard for those who didn't vote for me as I will for those who did vote for me. Now, every vote must be counted. No one's going to take our democracy away from us. Not now, not ever. America's come too far. America's fought too many battles. America's endured too much to ever let that happen. We, the people, will not be silenced. We, the people, will not be bullied. We, the people, will not surrender. My friends, I'm confident we'll emerge victorious. But this will not be my victory alone or our victory alone. It'll be a victory for the American people, for our democracy, for America. And there will be no blue states and red states when we win, just the United States of America. God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Thank you.
Pretty interesting on what he said, you know. If he's able to win this whole entire thing, he will govern as a U.S. president for everyone, you know, for the people who voted for him or for the people who also didn't vote for him, which is a clear understanding that he wants to bring everyone back together. I know that has to do nothing with the actual. Let me silence this crap. Where am I? Right there. So we might have to see, you know, some of this. Now, I don't know if you guys have actually seen yourself if you guys have looked at any stocks, you know, if, you know, Democrats win, but it's mostly one of those who are, you know, eco-friendly or stuff like that. Look into some of those, because I think that's where the Democrats are mostly going for. So just as an example, I'll probably be doing this video later on today on stocks in which you would have to look into in order, if, you know, if Joe Biden wins, for example. I'm just going based on these numbers right here that we currently have, because they haven't updated it in a while. So just to give you a little tease onto what kind of stocks you would look into. Say, for example, like Brookfield Renewable Partners. They have a market value of $9.7 billion. They do have a dividend yield or distribution yield, sorry, of 3.3%. That's pretty interesting to see. Next Era Energy, which is a windmill company. They have a market value of $148.2 billion with a dividend yield of 1.9%. They will really go on to the positive side. Also, like Atlantica Sustainable Infrastructure, market value of $3.1 billion with a dividend yield of 5.6%. A lot of those types of companies are the ones that you should be looking into. Something that's renewable, something that's energy efficient. Those are the type of things that you should look into. Um, they still haven't updated the map so far, so as far as I know, they're still pretty good. If you're new around here, don't forget to drop a like on the video, as well as press on that amazing subscribe button, because honestly it does go a long way in supporting the channel. You could always go right here. This is where you subscribe. Obviously, just press on that little thing and then you're able to subscribe. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to press it. We'll look at this one more time. I'm probably only going to live stream for about 3 more minutes. So don't be afraid to press on that like and subscribe button. It really does go a long way. If there is anything you guys do want me to talk about in the next coming days, don't forget to drop a comment down below. I will be doing more of that. And please subscribe. It doesn't hurt you guys. Just subscribe. Dow Jones still up 1.34%. Nasdaq still up 3.85%, and the S&P 500 up 2.20%. It doesn't look like many of these companies are gonna be, or I guess sectors, will be much affected if Biden ends up winning the election. Don't forget, guys, if he ends up winning the election, those companies that have to deal with coal mining might lose a little bit of potential as of right now, just because he's not going for those type of companies. Obviously, he supports more of the renewable energy, renewable stuff, electric, things like that. That's where he's mostly going for a greener energy. I know Joe Biden was saying about fracking and all that. That's a little bit of a gray area, so we still have to see what he has to say about that. But as of right now, if Donald Trump wins, obviously continue to have one of those companies, the mining companies, the oil companies, and all that stuff, that will still have very green numbers, and then the renewable energy ones won't have that much green numbers. So it's kind of like, if you have one, okay, good. If you have the other one, okay, maybe just look a little bit more on that side. But yeah, as the number stands right now, Joe Biden 248 compared to 214 for Donald Trump. They both obviously need 270. So it's still definitely a battle. Thank you everyone who's been joining the live stream. I really appreciate every single one of you guys. Um, so we're still looking to see who's going to be the next president of the United States. Even if you guys aren't from the U.S. and you guys are looking at this from other countries, like say for example my friends at in South Africa, this will still affect the stock market in general, no matter where you're at. So that's pretty important to check out. In the Senate, the Democrats have the majority of the seats right now. They do have 48 compared to the 45 of the Democratic Party. California might go to the Democrats, obviously, and Washington might go to the Democrats as well. Nevada, most likely going to be Democratic. Utah might be Republican. So right now, oh, sorry, they have no election. What am I saying? Right now, Michigan looks like it's gonna be Democratic. So that's very important to see as well. Georgia's gonna looks like it's gonna be Republican. So the Senate might stay Republican. The House might go to the Democrats. They do need 218 for majority, which they're super close compared to the ones in the Republican Party. So as of right now, these numbers are still pretty tight. I mean, Donald Trump could come back out of nowhere. He did that in 2016, and he did snatch it from Hillary. The S&P 500 seems to be pretty in the green right now. Nothing too major happening. Let me just refresh this. Yeah, so as of right now, Dow Jones still up 1.34%. Nasdaq up 3.85%. The S&P 500 up 2.2%. So it's still pretty good. Not gonna lie. I didn't expect it to be like that. I know a lot of because we're about 30 minutes before actual aftermarket hours close, and it still looks like very green numbers after all. Oil went down 0.38%. Don't forget, oil most likely leans towards a Republican president, and that's based upon the type of. I think historically it's been like that. So if it ends up going Democratic, oil will drop a little bit more. So we'll see how that goes. Just gonna refresh a couple times. So Joe Biden's still winning the electoral colleges by around 34 electoral votes. Still winning the popular vote as well by around 3 million votes. So that's pretty important. Here's another map. This is through CNN. Obviously, there is different news network that will claim certain numbers compared to others. But they do have Biden at 253. So in general, they have Joe Biden at 253 because they gave um, which ones did they give to him to freaking be 253? That's freaking confusing. Let me refresh this real quick. They're giving Wisconsin and Michigan to Biden right now. Next update in 5 seconds, so we'll see. No, that's still pretty weird. Over here I'm getting 248, and over here I'm getting 253. Let me go check Fox News because Fox News has a different saying as well. Fox News has Joe Biden at 248. And CNN has Joe Biden at 253. Let me just check a couple of other sites because obviously you have to do your homework in order for in order to get the right information. In MSNBC, we have Joe Biden at 253, and Donald Trump at 214 with 87% of expected votes. They still have 20 million votes available to count. There is a 1.6% vote for other. I guess you could say it's around 2 million people who voted for other. Hopefully they voted for Kanye West. Honestly, oh snap! They gave Michigan to Biden. Huh. Now, if they give Michigan to who's this? MSNBC. If MSNBC is giving Michigan to Biden, 16 plus 248, that's 264. So he would only need Nevada, currently reporting 75%. Which that would give him 270. I'm going based upon just 4 different sites because everyone is claiming different little things. So we would have to see what is happening. Let me refresh over here in the stock market. Still looks pretty good. Hasn't changed much. If we look at CNN Business, at the U.S. stock market futures, the S&P 500 is up 1.60. Nasdaq is up 28 points, as well as the Dow Jones up 21 points. Pretty good, not gonna lie. If everything shuts like how it is right now, It says right here, too close to call for Nevada. Biden currently leading by 8,000 votes. And then in Arizona, Biden is currently leading Trump by 100,000 votes, 86% of votes in. I just don't see how some elect to count and not others. So, and this one right here, Joe Biden is currently winning by 67,000 votes. So we'll see how that goes. CNNBC is giving Michigan also to Biden, but it hasn't counted yet. Alaska, obviously, Alaska's been Republican for the longest time. So we'll see what happens with that. I don't see how this is a battleground, but they haven't. Pennsylvania hasn't counted their mail-in ballots yet. I know they counted the people who walked in first, and then they were gonna do people who mailed in their ballots second to give priority to the walk-in people. So right here, Michigan currently at 2684. So CNN hasn't clicked an additional 12,000 votes. Fox News has included 2,684,000 for Biden, but they haven't declared him the winner yet. Right here, MSNBC has declared Biden the winner. So it's definitely good to look at different sites. I will be stopping this live pretty shortly, so if you have any questions, just drop the comment down below, and I will answer your questions if you have any. I always like to look at Tesla just to see how they're doing, but overall everything seems to be pretty normal. So don't forget a lot of the things that you should invest in. Not you should invest in, obviously I'm not a financial advisor, so don't take my words as advice. I'm just saying a lot of the things or stocks that you should buy if the Democrats win, as you know, just taking the numbers right now. Obviously it's too early. But yeah, you know, if Joe Biden wins right now, just pick just pick stocks that give you more on the renewable energy, something that's eco-friendly, and that will give you a lot of better returns if Joe Biden wins. Now, if Joe Biden ends up losing and Donald Trump is our president again, then keep oil stocks or mining stocks or things like that, and you'll be able to get more on that, more growth on that directly. little bit. Now, it's always good to look at different areas, different sites, just to see which states are being given to each candidate. Let's say, for example, here in MSNBC, Michigan is being given to Biden, current winner, with 49.8%. Arizona hasn't been given to Biden yet. They're being a little cautious on that fact. But if we look at Fox, Arizona was given to Joe Biden yesterday, and Michigan has not. And in CNN, Arizona is still being fought for, as well as Michigan, as well as Wisconsin. But Joe Biden does have 253 electoral votes. Now, I did have a question if there is things being counted for in each county, and yes, each county does have different quantity of people, like population based. And say for example, like Wisconsin, a lot of these areas right here are farming areas, so there's not many people in it. So, say for example, there's, I don't know, let's say 5,000 people in one county. There's just more land, but only 5,000 votes count. Therefore, the whole entire area becomes red. Um, Things like Milwaukee, Madison, those really are big counties. Green Bay counted for the Republicans, and Madison and Milwaukee counted as um, Democratic. Say, for example, here in Arizona, that which I currently live in, Phoenix and Tucson currently went Democratic, but they're big areas, and they count for the larger amount of population. So yes, there's still a lot of areas or counties and cities that are being counted. Say for example, here in MSNBC, they're not really counting too much of Arizona. Well, not yet. They haven't picked out the winner yet. But it looks like Joe Biden will win. There's still votes being counted. There's only 86% of votes being counted already. There's still 14% left, but it's still a huge mountain to climb for for Donald Trump. He does have to get 90, what is it, 96, 93, 93,000 votes to his favor, which 93,000 votes isn't much, but it's definitely something that could change the game and change which side goes on to the other side. But there is some sites right now that say Arizona has been given to Joe Biden and Wisconsin has been given to Joe Biden. CNN doesn't count Arizona yet, or Wisconsin, or Michigan. So we will still have to look into that, just in case. But so far in MSNBC, which they are pretty cautious about who they give the votes to, has given Michigan to Biden, which gives them 256. If Joe Biden ends up winning Arizona to them, then that means they get 11 more. That means that would put Biden at 264, and then with Vegas, that would give him 270. So we're still looking into this. Thank you for commenting down below. Thank you for subscribing. I did see that you did subscribe. so I think this is gonna be my last little section. Let's just go over through this one more time before I end this live stream. Joe Biden currently leading Donald Trump 248 to 214. Big difference, but a small difference. He could catch up super fast in no time. Um, this is through just the Google search. Google that gives Biden the win. I mean, not Biden the win, but Biden the lead. In CNN, they are also giving Biden the lead with 253 compared to 213. They haven't given Nevada, Arizona, Michigan, and Wisconsin yet. So we'll see. We'll see how it's going right now. Fox is only giving 248 to 214. Um, oh, Fox gave. Oh, Fox gave Michigan to. Oh, there it is. We're calling it. I'm calling it right now. Joe Biden wins, guys. Joe Biden wins. Make sure to give and I will make the video today about the top stocks that you should buy. Right now that we have Joe Biden, only 6 electoral colleges left. Um, MSNBC. Okay, well, I'm only looking at the Fox one now because they are pro-Trump. So that is wow. That is something crazy to see. That is amazing. Stock markets right now. Dow 1.34 to the upside, Nasdaq up 3.85 as well, and the S&P 500 2.20 up on the top as well. And if we refresh this real quick, everything seems pretty green. Walmart maybe just a little negative. Amazon up 6.32%, Facebook up 8%, and Apple 8 up 4%. And if we look at Tesla, just because I like looking at Tesla, currently that we're about 8 minutes after 8 minutes left. They're currently going for $420.98. All right, guys, that would be it for my live stream. Thank you, everyone who has subscribed. You guys are freaking amazing. I will be doing a giveaway when we reach 700 subscribers. We did one when we reached 600, so it's gonna be the same thing going on forward. So thank you everyone who has joined the live stream. This has been a crazy election time, and this could definitely affect the stock market in the positive side or in the negative side. So thank you everyone who joined, and I will see you guys next time.